Minecraft has been around for quite some time, and during that time, Minecraft became this big subgenre of gaming content on YouTube. These videos uploaded to the platform generated billions of views in total, and made the careers of many Minecraft content creators. But the genre wouldn't be without its flaws. Because Minecraft catered more towards a kid audience, content creators within the niche started to get exposed for being creeps with their fans. This has been an ongoing issue within that community. While it has slowed down during the present day, Minecraft became known for its abundance of creeps and weirdos. Today on the channel, I thought why not look at these weirdos and the events leading up to them being exposed and what happened after to their channels. But before we continue, this video will be a bit more graphic and YouTube doesn't like that, so I have to give a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. Now, what is Surfshark VPN? Well, a VPN is a virtual private network that keeps your online life private. So if you have Surfshark VPN, it'll blur out your information, so if anyone is trying to snoop on you, they won't be able to, and they won't even know where you are. Turning on Surfshark VPN is as easy as clicking one button, and you'll immediately reap the benefits. You can change your location to anywhere in the world. If some websites are blocked in your location, you can just move virtually anywhere, and the website will be accessible. If you ever need to connect to a public Wi-Fi network, Surfshark VPN keeps you protected by encrypting your information, which is great if you ever have to access your banking information on a public network. Surfshark also offers several different add-on combos like Surfshark Antivirus, which will keep your computer virus-free. If this all sounds great to you and you'd like to keep your online life private, take the next steps by clicking my link in the description below and get an exclusive Surfshark Black Friday deal. Enter promo code BillsYT to get up to 6 additional months free. Now, for every Wadzy and Stampy Longhead, there are a ton of content creators who were exposed a few years ago for talking to minors as a Minecraft content creator. So today, let's look at just a few of the worst cases of Minecraft weirdos who used their influence on YouTube to prey on unsuspecting minors. When we talk about creators who act kid-friendly towards their audience, but behind the scenes, they aren't so nice or even PG, we have to add Jimbob into that category. Jimbob was a Minecraft content creator who got a huge push on the YouTube platform when he would reconnect with Sky Does Minecraft, who was an old classmate of Jimbo's, but was now a YouTuber with over a couple million subscribers on the platform. Jimbo's first big push was when he played Mount Your Friends with Sky, and then they'd play games together over on Sky's channel. Because Jin was pretty much a random and no one really understood why he was getting so much attention, Jimbob would answer those questions in his 10K special video.
I wanted to answer that today because as more and more of you guys start coming to my channel and as more and more of you guys start checking out who I am, hopefully at the posting of this video I'll have over 10,000 subscribers, in which case thank you guys so much for supporting me. It really does mean a lot to me. For someone who's just starting out, you guys are the best. Anyways, enough of that. I'll answer the question straight out. How do I know Adam? We went to elementary school together. We go way, way back. This is like, I think it was 14 years ago at this point, but we were actually best friends in the 3rd grade.
Now, after Team Crafted split up and the creators within the group took their personalities to other parts of the internet, Sky was all alone. But Sky would try to recreate the same success from Team Crafted, and he'd be the main man over at Sky Media. This was when Jimbob started to make even more appearances on Sky's channel. This was huge for Jimbob, and the fans of Sky took a liking to his friendly personality. He seemed nice and relatable and seemed like he genuinely liked to make videos with his friends, which was just another big plus. But just like Team Crafted, Sky Media started to see some cracks within, and Jimbob ended up leaving Sky Media at the end of 2015, but would start to see a decline in his videos as soon as he left Sky Media to pursue his own career. His time with Sky Media saw him achieve 100,000 subscribers, but when he left, he only received a fraction of his previous views. He'd eventually upload a video speaking about him taking a hiatus from YouTube to fix things within his personal life. This video was posted in November of 2015, and he'd returned just a few days later. From that point on, his views remained stagnant, and if we look at his channel, his last video posted to his channel was on August 10th, 2016. It was found out shortly after that Jimbob was arrested at an airport while trying to meet up with an underage minor that he was grooming for the better part of half a year. The girl's parents started to grow suspicious with her online activity and the clothes that she was buying. She was only 14 years old, and her parents started to listen in on their Skype calls to see the interaction between Jin and the girl. And most of the time, the conversation got really explicit, with Jin asking her to send him explicit pictures and videos, which the girl ended up doing. Jin was in possession of CP and also wanted to link up with the girl in order to do some nasty things, which is in fact very gross. Jin knew her age and acknowledged it plenty of times during the Skype calls. When he was finally arrested and on trial, Jin would blame the girl for the interaction and stated that he felt like he was going to unalive himself. Jin was sentenced to 7 years in prison, but was let out in June of 2022 due to good behavior. He has been off the internet, and it does seem like he's done with his online career. And I do believe that there were some rumors going around that Jin was still dating that 13-year-old girl, but now since it's been so long, she's finally of age. Jakishi was a live streaming content creator for about 7 years, but struggled to get any recognition during that 7-year span. This was up until a video he posted onto his Twitter account that introduced his quirky and weird side. And when I say weird side, I mean weird side. During this video, Jakishi called himself a cat boy while simultaneously placing cat ears on top of his head.
You know, here it goes. It's time for my lore. I'm a cat boy. Yeah, means I can do cat-like things and boy-like things. I can meow if you want.
Now, even though this video was weird, it was well perceived, and people in the comment sections of that video would vouch for him. This video was posted in July of 2021, and within an instant, Jakishi became an online sensation. This video captured the attention of Dream, and Dream went on to raid one of Jakishi's streams. And to put a cherry on top of everything, Dream would donate $2,000, which made Jakishi cry live on stream. But with his growing audience, he'd start to see some cracks within his Discord server. Jakishi tweeted out, "So I had something brought to my attention that one of my new mods said something that wasn't okay in any circumstance. They have been unmodded because that doesn't fly with me at all. That isn't the kind of stuff I want in my chat, not from mods, not from anyone." He'd add context to the replies, writing, "For people asking for context, there was something said about self-harm and it wasn't okay." That same day, Jakishi was invited into the Dream SMP, but this may have been the quickest rise and fall ever, because the next day, a plethora of allegations came out against Jakishi. So many, in fact, that there were almost 30 people that came out with allegations towards Jakishi. The first twitlonger that was released went over her experience with Jakishi when she was around 13 years old, and how he'd constantly pressure her into sending explicit pictures, or he'd send her unsolicited pictures. The twitlonger went on to say, "If we would have met up that summer, I would have been 15 while he was 20, alone in a hotel with a man who said he would try to not make sexual advances on me." This twitlonger was filled with evidence, and after this, other twitlongers would come out about his inappropriate behavior towards these young girls. After this, Dream would tweet out a statement saying, "Removed Demetrius from the SMP for gross accusations that he also confirmed privately were accurate. No questions, no toleration, disgusted and incredibly disappointed. We'll never let things like this stop me from trying to uplift members of the community and smaller content creators. It's part of what makes our community great. So stick together, be there for people who need it, and always be safe online." After this, the allegations from others continued to come out, but Jakishi would leave the internet altogether, leaving only his Twitter around, but deactivating every other platform he owned, and was banned from Twitch. After SunnyV2's video was released last year, a user named JWisp released a twitlonger speaking more in depth about what happened to Jakishi following the allegations that came out against him. JWisp would state that they were all in a room looking at the allegations that continued to come out against Jakishi, and Jakishi was just making jokes. You see, JWisp and Jakishi were best friends at the time, and they were all living underneath one roof for a content group house. And this was during the time that the allegations all started to flood in. After this, Jakishi would move out of the house he was living in and move in with his mom in Los Angeles. But JWisp also stated that no criminal charges were ever pressed against Jakishi, and that he's just out and about roaming free in Los Angeles. When we think about Stampy Longhead and his videos revolving around his Minecraft world, you probably remember the helpers that were along with him. One of those helpers was Elfer Lee, who started out as just a one-off character who was shouted out by Stampy in one of his videos, but after the shoutout ended up being in one of Stampy's videos. Fans of the series enjoyed Elfer Lee so much so that he'd become a regular on Stampy's channel. Elfer Lee created his own channel, and with the help of Stampy, he'd hit 100,000 subscribers and posted his very first video onto his channel. But in 2015, after a few years of being featured on Stampy's channel and growing his own channel, Elfer Lee would be exposed for being a creepy weirdo. An article was released on August 7th, 2015 titled "Minecraft Pervert Harassed Teenager and Older Woman in Sick Facebook Campaign." This article outlined how he used Facebook under an alias, Michael Duffy, in order to creepily message these unsuspecting women. He'd tell one that he was walking behind her in the street and her being unaware of his presence, and he'd continue with these messages until the girl threatened to get the police involved. And the other woman he actually knew as his surrogate aunt, and would take the inappropriate behavior to an all new level by going into her room, doing things to her underwear, and then hiding the underwear behind her dresser. He'd tell his surrogate aunt through his Michael Duffy profile what he had done, and shortly after he'd delete his account so that the police couldn't track him, and for the most part it ended up working. But through DNA evidence, they were able to figure out that it was Lee Carson. This happened in 2014, but nothing really happened to Lee. After the news came out, Stampy uploaded a video titled Minecraft Xbox by Bear, which saw Stampy say goodbye to Elfer Lee in a way that was good for the child audience who watched the videos.
Of time in the video, but luckily we were able to play a lot of games anyway. We had lots of good fun, didn't we, Lee Bear? And oh, you've got a book for me? Okay, Lee Bear's passed me a book. What does this say? Dear Stampy, I'm afraid to tell you that I am leaving. I have been your #1 helper for years, but I feel like you no longer need me. I am going to travel across the world looking for people that need help. I will also try and track down Hit the Target, so you and your dogs will be safe. Thanks for all the fun, Lee Bear. I left you a present in the chest. You're leaving, Lee Bear. Lee Bear's leaving. Bye, Lee Bear. Goodbye. I can't believe that. That was so sudden. Lee Bear's leaving. He's been my Minecraft helper for so long.
But once again, Lee ignored the hate. He deleted his Twitter account and turned off the likes and comments on his newer videos. But he was still uploading to the platform, but with very minimal success. His views were steadily falling, and he'd take a break from September of 2017 up until spring of 2018 when he'd release a video speaking about some of the rumors that were going around about him being arrested. He would also state that he was still in all of the Stampy videos leading up until the final video that Elfer Lee was in.
For about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. And I've never said anything about it because I didn't feel as if I had to. But I'm going to say it now. People have been saying that Stampy blocked me and Stampy had thrown me out of his world, etc. Now, he didn't. And there's a few, if you go back to that certain point before I left Stampy's world, you'll see a disclaimer in Stampy's description. I don't know what it says exactly, but it says that something along the lines of that my character, Elfer Lee, was being played by someone else, which I can assure you it wasn't. I was playing Elfer Lee until I left Stampy's world, and there was no one else playing it. Excuse me, I got really itchy throat. Yeah, excuse me, but I've not spoken in a long time, so yeah, as I say, the reason I left Stampy's world was obviously because I didn't want to get him bad reputation.
After this, he'd upload one more video to his channel, but since 2018, he hasn't been seen online. A content creator by the name of Jero uploaded a video titled How Stampy Handled the Elfer Lee Controversy Perfectly. And in the comments of that video, Stampy's wife would comment saying, "Truth is, we had no idea what was going on until it all came to light in the media. We were mortified. It was kept from us until it was confronted. We had a lot of conversations behind the scenes, and it was always pointing to an ending for the Lee Bear character in Lovely World. I was actually already playing Lee consistently, as over the years the person in question was busy with education before everything happened. I want to clear up that it was 100% Stampy's idea to remove Lee Bear from the story. Don't believe anything else." She'd go on to write, "I want to reiterate that we only got the truth out of Lee after we confronted him. When more allegations came out, he denied them to our faces, then ultimately backtracked and told us the truth. We trusted him and that trust was truly broken. Then for him to lie, try to profit off it, using Stampian tags, Keemstar, all that stuff, and still not take accountability is grotesque and unforgivable. We feel deeply for the victims involved, even though this was many years ago now." This was the last update to the story, and again, it seems like L for Lee has left the internet altogether. Rainbow was a Minecraft YouTuber that many people do not know about, which is probably for the best. From the very beginning of his online career, he has been called out for a variety of different allegations, like stealing his own channel from someone else because he had the login information and locked the former owner out of the account. And also the big allegation of him being an absolute weirdo and having a relationship at the age of 20 with a 15-year-old girl. Now this whole situation was pretty much wiped clean from the internet, and it was very hard to find the original twitlonger from the person exposing Rainbow. But Jalen was one of the creators who documented the whole situation when it first happened.
This twitlonger, and in this twitlonger it says, "An extremely active fan in the community who has asked me to keep her identity hidden has told me that she was in a relationship with Rainbow, who is 20/21 and she is 15. She came to me ready to end her life because of Rainbow's actions, saying he got jealous and mad when she said hi to another member of the community but didn't say good morning to him. I talked her down and she explained that they have been in a relationship for about 2 weeks now. He would ask her for pictures after she told him no the first time, and he kept pushing for it, knowing that she was uncomfortable. She was also very afraid of him finding out that she told me all of this, hinting at mental and verbal abuse, but not fully saying it. As she is a prominent member in my community, she showed screenshots of him being mad at her for wanting to be active with me and talking with me, as I talk to fans every day in the VC to see how they are doing. I've confronted him already, and after trying to lie for a moment, he finally admitted to it all being true. After he admitted, he tried going back and begging for her to not do anything and them to just be friends. This is highly disappointing, as just a month ago, the community rallied to put money together for him as he went homeless, and the girl who told me this was one of his biggest helpers in that happening. All the people associated with him has been notified. Please stay safe, everybody.
This twitlonger was disgusting, and because of this disturbing behavior, Rainbow was kicked out of the house that he was staying in, and eventually uploaded an apology on twitlonger blaming his mental health for him dating a minor. Here's Jalen once again speaking about the response.
His excuses are bullshit. In this situation, he pretty much says that he was in a bad place because he was kicked out of his house, and this 15-year-old girl was there for him and helped him through this situation. And as they were talking, they eventually gained feelings for each other. Now this right here is where this should have ended. Rainbow, being the adult in this situation, should have said, "You're too young, we cannot be in any sort of relationship." And to make this even worse, if you read the apology, in it he says he was having an affair with this 15-year-old. So that means he was actually dating another person or multiple other people.
Rainbow has rebranded his channel a few times until he'd settle for his new channel name called TP6s that has 100,000 subscribers, but his videos do really bad and hasn't uploaded to the channel for the past month. And the videos that are uploaded to the channel never break over 1,000 views. Lionmaker was a kid-friendly Minecraft YouTuber who catered his content to children. He'd create his channel in 2013 and quickly started to grow. This was due to the multiple collaborations that he'd do with other Minecraft creators like Stampy Longhead. By the time 2015 rolled around, he grew to over 500,000 subscribers. But that's when his offline antics started to come to light. On September 15, 2015, Drama Alert released a video titled "Angry Mother, Lionmaker Asks Minecraft Kid for Nudes." During this video, it was revealed that Lionmaker asked a 13-year-old for nudes and that he knew her age prior to asking for them. The mother was upset and exposed him for his bad behavior, but he'd just go on to say that his Twitter account was hacked.
What is your reaction at that? I mean, it's a 27-year-old man asking your 13-year-old daughter for nudes.
Well, at this point in time, I didn't know he was 27 or 26 or whatever age he's supposed to be. It was just this was a person that I had no idea who was, asking my 13-year-old daughter for nudes. And that was, for fans go, inappropriate.
After this though, the allegations just started to fly in. He'd asked 2 to 3 other teenagers for nudes in exchange for money, which was once again exposed for everyone online to see how big of a creep he was. And in December of 2015, he'd finally lose it, going on a Twitter rant and confessing that he was in a relationship with Paige the Panda, who was a 15-year-old girl who played Minecraft with him for his videos. In March of the following year, Lionmaker would upload a full-blown meltdown video titled Dear Friend, which showed his mentality after all the allegations came out against him. After this video, he would release another video stating that he'd take legal action for anyone spreading misinformation about him on YouTube. But again, he'd continue to upload to his channel as if nothing happened. In November of 2016, Lionmaker would be interviewed by Colossal is Crazy, and in attempts to save his reputation, but it tarnished his reputation even worse. Then in 2018, Lionmaker Studios was terminated from YouTube. Shortly after this, Paige the Panda would release a video detailing the relationship between her and Lionmaker, and spoke about how he was abusive, and also admitted that Lionmaker was never hacked, and it was always him who messaged those minors, and also leaked Paige's lewds when she was underage.
So, using the word abuse again because it's my new favourite word, the abuse happened from the age of 14 to 17, and that pretty much was being shouted at, being screamed at, having my name cut into his arm, chairs being thrown out windows, laptops being thrown at walls, being told it was all my fault, him drinking because he knew I hated it, and being an alcoholic and getting angry. He seemed to play off of my fear. He used to scare me and record me crying. So the 13-year-old girl, I really want to address that, to be honest. I know it's not to do with me, but it's one of those things that I just feel that she deserves to have it known out there to the world that it was him. He was drunk. There were multiple people in the call with him that night, and he was drunk.
Is this Tarty McMum's daughter? Yeah.
And I just think it's important that for her to have people know that, and for everyone to know, so they're not false accusing anyone. It was Marcus that sent that message whilst drunk one night.
Lionmaker made his return to the internet, this time live streaming, but he was pretty much always drunk and passing out during the live stream, and was definitely a shell of his former self. But seeing that this guy was even able to maintain an online career after all the allegations is pretty insane. But you can tell that he's at his lowest point in life, and some may say that it's well deserved due to the behavior that he showed towards these young children. Minecraft was a genre that was filled with creeps and weirdos during the mid-2010s, and it took a long time in order for those weirdos to be exposed and exiled out of the community. Today, the Minecraft landscape seems a lot better, with creators holding themselves and others accountable within that community. But was there any content creator that I may have missed? Let me know in the comments below. Also, since this was just short recaps of these YouTubers, is there any YouTubers mentioned that you'd like me to make a full video on? Also, let me know in the comments below. But this has been the end of the video. If you have any creators or video ideas that you wanted me to talk about or look at, the best way you can suggest them to me is through my Instagram DMs or my Discord. Now, there are some major updates to the Discord where you can now earn Bills coins to earn roles within the server. Now, if you found yourself enjoying the video at any time throughout the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out, and it gets us closer to 200,000 subscribers, and also helps you stay up to date with the newer uploads to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. What happens when you are a kid that was introduced to internet fame by doing the bare minimum, like flipping markers on one of your oldest videos on your channel? Then having that said fame get you to a point in your life where as a teenager, you're able to speak to Logan Paul about your financial achievements and what you're doing with the money you have made throughout the past couple of years on YouTube.